Today we're talking about transformations, and there are three primary types of transformations we want to talk about. We want to talk about a reflection, a rotation, and a translation. And here they are for you right up here with their definitions. Essentially, you want to think about a flip like a mirror image. So if I have, let's say, some line, we're going to use the y-axis as our line in this case. Okay, and this is the line we're going to do our reflection around. And then we have, we're going to use a square in this case instead of a triangle. If I do, actually let's use something that's going to give us a little bit more of an idea what the mirror would look like. So let's use a triangle. Okay, so if I have some triangle and I'm reflecting it over the y-axis, that means it pops over here like this. Actually, I'll use another color to make it clearer. See how it's reflected, and it should be the exact same shape. Now, obviously, my drawing skills are part of what's in the way here. A couple of things I want to point out. When you're doing a reflection, what you want to think about is how is each point related to the line of reflection? Because it's got to relate the same way the opposite side when it's related. So if this is, let's say, 4 units apart, it better be 4 units apart over here. Likewise, if this is the same, which if this is a right triangle, it should be, it's got to be the same 4 units here. And that's an easy way to sort of move these point by point. And finally here, however far away this is, on a direct line from there, let's say 9, then this better be 9 away as well. Okay. So that's how you're going to reflect. You're going to reflect by finding your line of reflection and then moving the points in relation to the line of reflection. So again, I'm moving this point here 4 units back to the line and then 4 units past it to be a reflection. This gets tricky when the line is not perfectly vertical or perfectly horizontal, and we'll look at those problems more as we go forward. There's also rotation. Rotation happens around a point. So if you have some point in space and you have a figure, let's use another triangle. Okay, thinking about this point by point, what you're going to do is move each one of these points that same distance, but instead of from a line, it's going to be from a single point. Let's use a separate color. Okay, and we're going to have rotated it around this point like this. And the angle of rotation is going to be this angle here. So similarly, this point will be rotated to this point, and this point will be rotated to this point up here. Okay, and you notice the lines that these make all create that same angle over and over again. So that's what rotation looks like. As a side note, when you're naming these things, let's say this triangle, for instance, is named A, B, C. Then the blue triangle would have to be called triangle A, B, C prime. And that's what that little slash mark above it means. That means, okay, that's the prime version. Also, they've done it with like each letter being prime too. But either way, if you're doing triangle ABC prime or triangle A prime, B prime, C prime, and that just means after the transformation has happened, it's no longer A, we call it A prime. So this next one's called the slide or translation. And we're going to just take a shape like this, and we're going to slide it into another space, like this. And again, you can think about this point by point. This point is sliding to here, this point is sliding to here, this point is sliding to here, and this point is sliding to there. And that's typically indicated numerically just by a shift in x value and y value, right? You can almost think about it like, okay, how are you sliding? Well, you're going to slide +3 x value +2 y value. And that would be considered a slide. You're sliding it up and over.